Here in
Today
Abbey
in the
St.
Minister
Thomas,
of
looking
Admin
at
Tour
one
is
of our
Western St.
production
Thomas.
zones,
Listen to him
working with
now.
the RADA team, looking across areas in Western St. Thomas to see how agriculture is doing, how our farmers are doing, how our intervention programs are doing. We would have started by focusing a lot of our attention on our onion program. That is one of our national programs that we would have launched late last year, that we continue to drive to ramp up the production of onions so that we can produce all the onions we need over time. Very, very happy to see how it is going. Even in this Abbey area, we have a lot of acres under production. It's clear that the RADA team is intervening and that the farmers are following good agricultural practices to ensure that they're maintaining their fields, they're doing post-harvest in a very, very good way. So we're looking forward to the production. In fact, we do expect that this year will be our biggest production year for our onions. And I think that is a testament to the hard work of RADA and the Ministry of Agriculture. Additionally, as you see, a number of our farmers are going into other areas. We're seeing a significant rise in sweet corn production, which is very, very good. Very good market, and our farmers again are doing well, and we have seen it in this Abbey belt. We're seeing traditional crops like things like melon, scotch bonnet peppers, very, very important. And what we recognize that where we have good production going, what we have to do is provide greater support to the farmers. So having come into this area, I'm going to send our RADA engineering team to see how we can work with the farmers in this area to ensure that they have access even when the river is in spate. Clearly they have an access challenge. It's okay when the river is not doing so badly, but they need at least a bridge that they can come into this area and tend to their crops. So we're going to ask the RADA team to look at it, and once we have the engineering designs, then we will see how we take that from the farm road program. The other thing is that we're going to focus a lot on technology, a lot on equipment, ensuring that they have small tools and machine that they can use in land preparation so it can make it easier. We have seen a lot of female farmers in this belt, and we want to encourage our female farmers and ensure that we see more of them getting involved, and that's why we have to infuse more technology in what we do. Additionally, we have spoken to some of the farmers about their practices in terms of spraying. We are going to be purchasing some drones to ensure that we can use the technology to be more efficient, be more productive, and ultimately for the farmers to make more money. This is what agriculture is about. It's about people making wealth, taking care of their families, and leading our food security drive. So this is a very, very good day, and I want to thank the RADA team and commend them and tell them to keep it up. We want to work with the farmers, and I want to say to the farmers, it is great to see that after a tough year last year, our farmers are out again doing what they love, and we're here to support them.
All right, Mr. Mason.
Yes.
Yeah, we understand that you had targeted 400 hectares for this farming season. How's it going?
It's going very, very well. Not only the hectares that we've targeted, but one of the big pluses is that we're trying to up the productivity. We want to ensure that people are getting the yield out of the hectares. And to be honest, we're seeing on the most part, the farmers are making the productivity targets, but we're even seeing some farmers exceed the productivity targets. And I can tell you that we have already, for the month of February, exceeded the target that we were looking in terms of how much onions we would have coming out. So we expect that to keep going throughout the season.
Is it that you expect you might go more than the 400 in
Well,
terms of the yield?
Well, definitely in terms of the yield. What I can say is that we have targeted hectares, and we've also targeted production numbers, how much we want to produce overall. We're going to surpass our production target, definitely, for this year. Right, Loxley?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
We targeted to plant 400 hectares. We are 202 now, and if we are in the spring season, so the planting will continue until April, so we'll get to our target. We consume, in terms of tonnage, we consume 10,000 tons each year. We have targeted 7,000 tons for this season, and we will surpass that one.
Acting a work mode, yeah.
We're not sure if it is sprayed or if it is ready.
Something like that.
Yes, this is it. Alright, well done guys. Look at
To the people. Yeah. So when I hear a certain man, big up mayor. So when I hear a certain man talking about agriculture, where he's not assertive, he's not bold, and he's not properly adjust to deal with agriculture. Yeah. Take a trip, man. Take a trip. Yeah, come this side.
Good afternoon, morning still. Yes, farmers, greetings. So you remember RADA not only support you in the field, but we also have a technical support to you in terms of good practices. And what we are basically guiding farmers that when you're establishing area like this with multiple fields and multiple fields of the same crop, it's very important to remember that we have a major pests and diseases, especially for the corn. So therefore, when the pests are basically coming to the field, they do not know division between different farmers. They see entire area as one field. So we are just want to prepare you that your insect pest management, especially armyworms and all other pests which are affecting the corn, could be your first priority after you establish the crop. The reason is the pests are very easily will be moving from older field to the younger field, and it is understandable because the pests are looking for the more succulent, more juicy, more nutritious food, and therefore we don't want that you establish crops really at the different stages in the same location, because it's going to be a challenge of harvesting mature fields, but the pests will be moving over. So I think it's very important to work with the RADA to make sure that you coordinate and schedule your planting such a way that maybe you plant at one time here, but maybe if you have a further area away from here, maybe the younger fields could be established there. It's very important because the pest control is very costly and precision is very important. And the chemicals are not only solution because they have to be cultural practices. And you have an excellent opportunity here to do very, very well.
I imagine. Oh, there's a lid over there in the green.
So start with your name and where your field is and how much crop you plant, how successful it is. Last year might get damage. What about this year?
Alright, so my name is Kenora Kellerman. I plant on the Yellowstone Park, Ortiz Island, StThomas. Right, so I planted 10 acres last year and I've increased to 18 acres. Right? The year was challenging, but I succumbed to the challenge for the help of RADA and support from ministry and also support from my family. I have to go back in the field after the storm. I got some major damages, but I bounced back. And so far it has been a good crop.
Take like somebody a pick
Run and the more
run.
Is your
But she said she's not coming down.
you're afraid of
297 3318. May I have some farmers in Sealand of the market?
Alright, yes ma'am. The number is 55153.
Take this number.
Yeah. And you can call me 24/7/48/4.
So the next number?
55153.
The worm, what happened that the worm don't die. You see when you plant onion, I would have done with the onion, and the worm now have nothing to feed pan, they would have died. But because we plant corn after onion, the worm continue to rotate. So we're going to have a serious problem when it comes to that.
How you do?
I'm great, you know. Great.
Why?
Glad that I see you up on the farm.
Yeah, man, you're looking good, man.
Yeah, that's 30 minutes, but are we?
Yeah,
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
That's nice.
So you are focused on now? Onion?
Onion.
Oh, you're
Go on, son, rich kid.
And you have the melon, right? No.
Yeah, always a word. So people tend to call upon you? Yeah, man, if you want, that's a work with Susan. Okay. One of them can ask him from farmers I like in this. And she if you ask him, she not sign up paper now. What's your name again? No.
One of the issues, sir, is that whenever we have a splattering in the hills in terms of rain, the guys are unable to come across. So, I mean, how much acres we have over here?
Just over 20 acres of onions in terms of land. Up to
how much farmers?
Approximately 20 something farmers currently.
So whenever they can't come across, probably for 2 weeks, 3 weeks sometime. And then
difficult. And just the other day we get the road push up where you drive up.
Okay.
Across, we got to walk on a little bridge down there.
yeah, but who push it out?
Yeah, you guys do it for us.
Good. Yes.
You guys did intervention with the backhoe.
Okay.
Service,
So
yes.
the backhoe really working.
Yeah, man, backhoe is important.
Right. So Abbey is across the river along with another area which is Carreras.
Yes.
Okay.
It's also across the river. So whenever the rain comes and the river is flooded, they can't get across. So those are the two areas that really suffer.
Yeah, and it's a good land, we don't want to lose it.
No, well, clearly the production looks excellent.
Right.
It's nicely located.
And it's all irrigated.
Yeah.
Right.
And clearly you have serious farmers over here.
Yes, we are very serious.
So what we need to do is get a costing.
Right.
Look at it and see what it would cost to do an intervention to ensure that they can access it. And then once we look at it, we can say if a farm road program can do something about it. Yeah. So yes, I mean, I say, what it would cost. If we can do it alone, then clearly we'll go it alone. If not, we say if we can get NWA to come on board with us. But the reason why I'm here is to see the production. So the fact that you guys are doing so well, clearly we want. And we know if we do more and if you have access, then you can expand. And that's what we're looking for. Right? But this is already very, very impressive.
Yes. Good to hear that.
Up there, and if you look way over there down and the plateau there, Minister, all of those are onion.
Yeah.
They're all April onion.
So all of this is still ready for April.
April, man. April, look at 1,400 to 1,600
per month.
So, at the rate at which we're going, Simple Me will have to trigger storing for April.
Yeah, so that.
And if they continue like one, they do it over the next some time to make it dry properly.
And we have bought the desiccant for them to do the drying, so we should be in good stead.
So the proper post-harvest practices come in place.
And the Minister will be sources up in the hills there, and more people feeding from it this year than last year.
Okay.
So there was a little challenge earlier, and so I invite our unit to come and look at it to see how we could improve the water management.
This is a very, very
And yes, we got fraud. Run on the ground.
Yeah.
You know what? And then we the weather we put pretty good.
Please, we're not supposed to be on your camera, please. We're waiting. Thank you very much for the health card.
Yeah! Excellent. Good. So you use it up?
Yes.
Good. Excellent.
Yes.
How you feel? Looking good?
We never have any bag, and that's why my minister now read for 7 pounds.
We're okay
yes.
in the sense of so far the help that you guys provided, but for us, we would like a little diversion in the help because so a lot of acreage over here that plant, but the river is our problem. When the river is in spate,
we can't come
access the
over.
farm.
Yeah, and a lot of
I would
people
really
spoil.
appreciate even a little Bailey Bridge, even if we can come
Something,
across
something.
like that.
Because sometimes we're coming across, the water is all the way up here. Yeah.
And most of the time, we're having production.
One more thing, Mr. Minister. Can you help us with the equipment for the tractor to remove some of the stone? You see that this land is very stony. Yes, we have to get off some of the stone.
The other day, the gentleman have to use a makeshift cart. See our heap right there pack up, so we have to pack them up.
Balance, you know. I remember that if you remove all the stones, you're going to improve your drainage to the point that you might have erosion. And if you lose your topsoil, you still have dirt below, and you're going to need more fertilizer. You know. So what you might think you're losing from the excess stone, you can add it through the drip. So it's a balance, all right?
The stone prevent proper land prep as well.
Yeah, but if you can, I appreciate my because where we're coming from is a rock stone, and you know them there, so we can work with this stone.
Love excitement. Who's Felix Jimmy?
I know them good. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But they don't plan on calling me a sweet car.
Why do I kill off the original car?
Because again, no one knows.
Nobody.
Don't forget that, though.
Nobody.
Don't forget that.
How much was that?
No, I don't know.
You see where we're going? Oh, but just they realize that money coming in, man. Listen, good people. Gentlemen, respect, yeah?
Just come over here. That's madness. Madness. Right.
Play.
It's not a noise.
Nope.
About the same size or bigger like this.
How much you did last year compared to
This alone me did last year.
So you expand.
So I expand
Right.
this year. You've doubled.
Yeah.
Double this year. I mean have a niece now. Them there first, but them have some land around Pandas. Them want me to
Take on
something more. So
You send a money.
Send some green back.
no man, them good man.
But you know what I would like you to do? As you take out this onion, I want you to plant some watermelon.
No, last year I plant the whole of your saying. See my virgin, I keep telling you. I plant the whole of your saying a melon. The whole of the other one in a melon. And a $50,000 I cut of that. So I lose over 500 grand. I'm a pay man for weed up all of them grass you see night. And do all kind of something like that. I lose all that money. Well, rain them bust up and spoil and all kind of something.
Last year was the
Last year, everybody lose them.
Yeah, last year
Nobody
it was, yeah,
money.
yeah.
Everybody lose money. I tell him, man, lose a whole heap.
This year, I went to your constituency and got the best melon I've ever had.
Hello everybody, morning. My name is Floyd Green.
My name is Sashay.
Hi Sashay, nice to meet you.
My name is Brenda.
Hi Brenda.
Hey,
Cook tan.
Yeah, but she put it in my TikTok too. I know I'm never go live. How many bags?
200.
How many bags you can cut today?
400. Somebody.
Nobody, you know, one person can cut 155 bag in a day.
Explain what you're doing. Explain what you're doing, princess.
Look in the camera. You see? Serious business, yeah.
Yo, come over here and talk.
And if you got more, we have about 5 more left.
That one over there.
I'm going to tell you something. Why did you put me?
Yeah, man.
All right, we're fixing 2 farm roads in those hills, Blue Mountain Hills. One at Mayol and one at Penline, which are the 2 furthest areas from here. And if the parish manager had not mentioned it, I would have been remiss to say thank you. The farmers up there now, the coffee farmers, are also very happy. When they saw that work start on Monday, they were ecstatic and they want to say thank you. I want to invite all who want to have an opinion on farming and what is happening to come and look first before you talk. Stop talking, saying things that are not true until you come and have a visit. The road structure into St. Thomas is good. 20 minutes from Harbour View, come and visit. No excuse.
You go for dating camera making cities and not coming out.
I'm going to show you.
They say the car, the guy,
me want a picture for dating car. We just sit down with them. You see you? Me have a warrior. I'm going to send this lucky data.
Yes, what is happening now? What is happening?
Get lunch. Minister brought them lunch money.
The minister give lunch money. I'm a collector.
Yes, we are recommending farmers.
Excuse me. Minister, can you come out in the live part, please?
Afternoon. Dwight Forrester is in the post service specialist for RAD. Alright, so what is happening here? We are doing the post service management practice, which involve the removal of the vegetative growth, the sorting, the grading, the bagging, and the transporting at a later date of the onion. So what we recommend for best post-harvest management practice, the ladies are just in the background should remove the vegetative growth between 1 to 2 inches above the bulb, and this will ensure that the onion will seal properly, which will prevent loss during storage. The farmers are also assisted through the ministry PIP program and RADA with bags, and this allows the farmers to reduce the overhead that they would have incurred if they were not given that particular assistance. We recommend that between 52 to 55 pounds of onion be placed in each bag, and this is as a result of reducing compaction. Prior to RADA and the ministry's intervention, farmers were putting up to 70 pounds of onion in each bag, which had resulted, I think, 23 planting year where we incur post-harvest loss of approximately 30%. Because of this intervention, we had reduced that to 5% or less.
So I think it's very important for everybody to appreciate that our onion program is a comprehensive intervention program to assist our farmers. It's not just about driving production and productivity, but everything that happens in relation to storage, in relation to post-harvest is very, very important as we transform to a modern agricultural system. So as you see, a lot of people at work, but they're putting in the good agricultural practices that can reduce losses, can do grading, and you see a lot of grading happening here, a lot of sorting, the bigger onions being put on the smaller onions, scale is here for weighing, and then transportation and storage to ensure that the farmers maximize their profitability. This is what this is about. So I want to commend the RADA team, I want to commend the ministry team for working with the farmers to do the entire process so that ultimately when we say we're doing onion production, we're doing it in a way that can stand up to world-class standards. That's the sort of agricultural system that we're building. Big boss, what do you want to say? How it go?
First thing first, I'd like to thank the Minister for the NIC waiver off with the water. Thank you again. And let's get down back to the real business. How we talk about the management and thing. We need to talk about the sales. Yeah, because we and the lower pyramid really feel some weight now. Mr. Campbell is here also. We asked for a raise of just a $10 more to make it 180, and with a really Mr. Minister accept it. You have like 400 farmers, and it's like, I mean, I'm the only farmer in there with the less people now. So that is a double now, like to
repeat that.
You have like 800 to 1,000 family head. Yeah. We are all depending on this. As you see, all these are iron people. With the thing, we have a real hard time. So we just need, we can sell with onion to Mr. Campbell for $180 per pound. And we have a whole lot of onion in circulation now. No need for import.
Not at all. And I think it's important for people to appreciate that because we have been expanding our onion production over the last 4 years, we've seen a steady decline in the importation of onions, and we're going to continue. What we want to be able to do is to satisfy all our demands through our onion production. Clearly, we have to look at the weather patterns, we have to look at the seasons. Sometimes it's more difficult and much more risky for the farmers, and we don't want our farmers to be losing. So what we're focusing is see how we can drive production, how we can enhance storage, so that we will have a greater supply throughout the year.
Help you. We have a whole heap of vacant factory down by Woman's Corner. I don't know if you and Chief could have come together and prepare all this drive.
Some work is happening.
Yeah. Thank you, Chief.
So what is the next step? You are going to have to finish report this. You're going to go again or?
Yeah, definitely we're going to try some spring.
Okay.
Spring on.
Man, just to see the rock there, no man. No, the farmer, no.
If we should remove support from them, or we continue to support them. Right? What our support is pretty tight internally.
No. What we have to do is have right? you have to have a program that is tailored for a bigger farm. Right?
We put it on the car, we're wrapping today. Hey, anything we buy, make sure you go on the car, we're wrapping today. We have to fix it today.
It don't make sense. If you're going to stay in your place, then you don't need the support. Because you're going to keep on expanding. You're going to expand This is what we always have to.
Yes, we do this and then get in a let's say so we have
Yes, man, we are no, man, no, I'm saying that we have first and foremost, we can train and tell what the program. I explained to you kind of thing that by this and this family. We have a dedicated program. All the parties. So we have trainers who can train farmers. As soon as we apply that spray gun, they'll be up and ready for training farmers.
Clearly part of what we've been looking at is our productivity, not just our production number, but how much are we getting per acre and also the size, uniformity. Again, you can look at this, you wouldn't know that it was grown in Jamaica. People used to be able to identify what comes from abroad, different from what is grown here. That is a different time. This is a new agricultural space.
Me hungry, me want lunch. Me not them for money.
How many people work in this crew? How many ladies in this crew?
Everything in a style headlock on your bar. Yeah, you come. Headlock on phone. You're not getting no
Go on, good man.
And you were finished in March.
Anytime, I don't want to tell you. You know where you start work out on the body.
But you know, I will say it. As the minister just said, the good news, farmers, the great news. Okay, you only have 2 minutes to look in his eye and
You plant different varieties.
Yeah, man.
So this is hybrid.
Yeah, man, this is hybrid.
And what is this?
And this is a regular Texas.
Okay.
This is Talawa. Talawa, yeah. This is Talawa.
This is Texas as well.
Pagan, get to a comfortable place now.
Do it again. Look here. Why you need to know what you see today?
Yeah. Tell him, man, you need to explain what is taking place here, so the variety and stuff.
Sure, man.
How is variety?
After this one.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
And more consistent.
And even though the seed is more expensive, minister, but it works out because it is a hybrid and it is more tolerant to pests and disease.
How long after?
It's a week and a half. 1 week and a half. From germination, basically. Yeah, man. And this was way faster.
Yeah, man.
And even the foliage, you can see the difference with the leaf size
definitely.
and the size of the neck.
So, Minister, yes, the story in West St. Thomas is quite different than the narrative being put out there by individuals who only cap, who have not visited, and are only interested in propaganda. This story is different, and I say so. I have been to hundreds of farms, and the story is a positive one, and the farmers are saying thank you to you and to RADA, the Ministry of Agriculture and to RADA, led by you. They are saying thank you. And as MP, I'm saying it loud. Thank you.
Say it loud, MP.
And those who are spreading propaganda and negative narratives, stop it. You have no credibility. If you want to visit, you are free to come. You can cross it. And we have to be very disciplined about it.
We'd have to start.
No.
Yeah, we have to start now.
No.
And clearly we have to look at the data.
Right.
We have to look at the weather patterns and the forecast and things of that nature. Well, let me just say, this is part of our national onion program that we have been working on for a number of years, trying to drive up our onion production to meet our national demands. This is part of our focus from the government at food security, but also on ensuring that we have young entrepreneurs who are doing well in agriculture. I really want to commend the RADA team who's been working with our farmers. I think this is a great example. It's like Kellyman, a young farmer. Last year he had 10 acres. This year he has 18 acres, almost 100% increase in terms of his outlay into agriculture. And that's what we're seeing right across the island. We're seeing more people expand their onion production, and we do expect that this year
I'm glad for the support from the RADA team. Just make sure that one works closely. Most of the time, as the call extension officer, I need assistance and stuff like that. So I'm thankful for the RADA team and also for the minister for trying to distribute the inputs across the farmers. I'm a great beneficiary.
But that's what success was.
Exactly. When they see returns, you know, a lot of young people come in. Exactly.
This man is a young
Yeah.
farmer.
Yeah.
This man is just
You just want to see the return. Yeah. You just want to see somebody who is doing well and doing well.
Farmers are make money by drone, by nice vehicle, utilize them beauty concession. Yeah, man. And the windscreen of the rapture place. Oh, nobody trying for me.
Yellow sheet in that windscreen.
Nice.
Wow.
Screenshot. Nice.
Saying to you that I'm going to just have to screen share.
Morning, everybody.
No, I'm not actually which part of the but the yellow spring will come to really. Sorry.
Mr. Kellyman and the two McCarthy. I think Mr. Kellyman is one of the young men. Right, and then we're going to move to Abbey.
So what is the by the tour and
Yes, the first. Yeah. I'm standing. Remember what you said to me. And that's it.
Member of Parliament, sir. The only one can get them.
We're having some good discussion now, indicating that they want to plant a year round. And I have to know what the ministry is thinking. If it's encouraging it, if it's not encouraging it, if it's cautioning because of September hurricane season.
Belt, Minister Green, MP, CTD, Mr. Ed Bunsen, CEO RADA, Mr. Henry, Principal Director, Madam Geddes. Welcome, Mrs. Young. So we're going to do 3 visits at Harties, and we're going to visit young farmer Mr. Kellyman, and then we're going to visit Mr. McCarthy brothers, and both of them are reaping at this time, so we're going to look at those areas. And then we're going to move on to Abbey. We're going to be going over the river, and the farmers are eager to welcome you there and to see how you can facilitate them even further, because they're having some issues over there also. All right.
We are in for
Erard Stevenson, Parish Manager, St. Thomas. Mr. Campbell.
Good, okay, all right.
Enough farming I go on around us again, so that we don't know. Tell man, I have the census around for them places, so I've been up before then. Eh?
So them kind of something I can't drive.
Yeah, but we have to break it.